Good morning. ¿Qué tal?
Good morning.
Guys. How about you?
Fine.
Good.
Fine.
Good. So we have Luis, Jaime. I'm doing well. Luis, Jaime, Carla, Osvaldo, and Hazael. Well, you are the early birds. Do you know what early birds mean?
A bus.
Sorry?
No. Bluebird. Bluebird es el de bus. Los
No,
buses.
no, I said early birds.
Early.
So early birds
I don't know.
are people who wake up early. So you are early birds.
Okay.
Yes, it's like
I
madrugador.
can tell you a secret.
Yes.
Since the last 10 or 15 years, I never get up 6 o'clock. Never.
So you always get up
It's
late.
only for... Yeah. I always get up
Late.
78 or 70, 7.5 hours.
7.5. So that was late. Well, do you know you have a new routine? Good. So I'm going to show you the attendance on the screen so that when you hear your name, you can say present. Okay, so let's get started. First person, Isaac Aguillon.
Present.
Good. Hazael Alfaro.
Present.
Good. Rodrigo Alfaro. Well, he's not here right now, maybe later. Carlos Asensio. Maybe later. Osvaldo Cáceres.
Present.
Good. Elizabeth Castro. Maybe later. Jordi Castro. Maybe later. Natalie Dubon.
Present.
Good. René Gutiérrez. Well, René, maybe later. Luz Enríquez. Luz. Luz Enríquez.
Present.
Luis Liotti.
Present.
Jose Marquez is not here. Leti Orellana. She's not here. Jocelyn Ramos. She's not here right now. Raúl Antonio Reynosa. He's not here right now. Jaime Rivas.
Present.
Good. Carlos Rodríguez.
Present.
Good. Héctor Ruiz.
Present.
Good. Walter Sánchez.
Present.
Good. Michelle Valiente. It's not here right now. Candy Corina Villacorta. She's not here right now, maybe later. And Brian Villalta. So he's not here, maybe later. All right. So this is just the beginning. You know that we start always with the attendance. So now let's get started for the topic that we have today. As you know, we studied yesterday simple past. So we checked regular verbs. Yes. And we started checking how to, let's say, write the regular verbs. But we also have to know how to pronounce them, because it is not the same when you hear a verb in the present than in the past. For example, let's see, Carla. How do you pronounce the verb that I'm going to type? How do you pronounce it?
Exercise. Exercise.
Walter, how do you pronounce that verb?
Exercised.
Okay. Jaime?
Exercised.
Exercise.
Osvaldo, how do you pronounce it?
Sorry. Exercised.
Okay. Hazael, how do you pronounce it?
Exercise.
Luis Liotti, how do you pronounce it?
Exercise. Exercise.
Okay. Isaac, how do you pronounce it?
Exercise.
Okay. Let's see. Luz, how do you pronounce it?
Exercise.
Natalie, how do you pronounce it?
Exercised.
Okay. Hector, how do you pronounce it?
Exercised.
Okay. And Letty, how do you pronounce it?
Exercise.
Okay, good. So I will send you a second verb and then we are going to verify the pronunciation. Second verb. How do you pronounce it, Letty?
Wash it.
Jaime, how do you pronounce it?
Washed.
Okay, Osvaldo, how do you pronounce it?
Washed.
Walter, how do you pronounce it?
Watched.
Hector, how do you pronounce it?
Watched.
Carla, how do you pronounce it, Carla?
Washed.
Isaac, how do you pronounce it?
Washed.
Luis, how do you pronounce it?
Wash it.
Hazael, how do you pronounce it?
Washed.
Nathalie, how do you pronounce it?
Washed.
Luz, how do you pronounce it?
Wash it.
Hector, how do you pronounce it?
Already watched.
Oh, you did it.
Yes.
Sorry. Jordi, how do you pronounce it?
Good morning, teacher. Sorry,
Morning.
what is the meaning?
This word, wash in the past, how do you pronounce it?
Wash it.
Okay. Now, last word. Isaac, how do you pronounce it?
Needed.
Hector, how do you pronounce it?
Needed.
Walter, how do you pronounce it?
Needed.
Okay. Luis, how do you pronounce it?
Needed.
Osvaldo, how do you pronounce it?
Needed.
Okay. Luz, how do you pronounce it?
Needed.
Hazael, how do you pronounce it?
Needed.
Nathalie, how do you pronounce it?
Needed.
Okay. Jaime, how do you pronounce it?
Needed.
Carla, how do you pronounce it?
Needed.
Okay. Letty?
Needed.
Jordi?
Needed.
Osvaldo? Osvaldo, how do you pronounce it? Well, he isn't there. And the last one, I guess someone is missing, but I don't remember who. Who's missing? No one? All right. So those three words that you have over there have different pronunciation. They all have ed, but the pronunciation is different. So that means that you can see ed when you say exercise, you have ed in the end of the word or the verb. You say wash and you have ed in the past. You have need and you have ed in the past. So first of all, what you can see is that the verb is in the past. It's not in the present. So since the moment that you see that the verb is in the past, that means that that verb is not going to be pronounced like it is in the present. Yes, it's not like if it is in the present. It is completely different. So it means that you don't have to say exercise, you don't have to say wash, and you don't have to say need. Why not? Because if you say exercise, you're saying the present. If you say wash, you're saying the present, and if you say need, you're saying the present. So what do you have to do? You have to pronounce the ED correctly. Now, how are you going to pronounce it correctly? I'm going to play a video. You're going to watch that video, and on that video, they are going to tell you how to pronounce those sounds, because you know that the ED in the past has three different sounds. They don't have, for example, only one. They don't have only one pronunciation. They have three different kind of pronunciations. So that means that you're going to see ed, but it's not always pronounced the same. That ed has three different sounds, similar to the three examples that I sent you. They had three different pronunciations. So I'm going to play this video. You're going to try to understand what the rules are, and then we are going to check those rules little by little. Just a little thing. The rules for the pronunciation of the ED are the same rules in British English and American English. They all have the same pronunciation, but the ED, not the pronunciation of the verb in the present, but the pronunciation of the ED is exactly the same. What do I want to say? For example, you will find visit, and visit is the verb in the present. And visit is the pronunciation of British English and American English, visit. But that verb in the past is going to be visited for American English, and it will be visited for British English. So in case you hear here that they are saying visited, you know that it's British English. But pay attention to the pronunciation of the ED. That is the main objective of this video. So if the person says visited, no problem, just pay attention to the pronunciation of the ED. So now listen to it.
regular verbs. Played, walked, decided. When thinking about the pronunciation of the past tense of regular verbs, think about Edward Scissorhands. Ed is short for Edward. Unfortunately, Ed does not exist in the pronunciation of any of the past tense of regular verbs. Sorry, Ed. Instead, the ed ending in regular verbs is pronounced in one of three ways: d, t, or id. The d pronunciation is used for regular verbs that end with a voiced sound. Voiced sounds are sounds that are made in the throat and make your throat vibrate. If you put your hand on your throat and make these sounds, you will feel your throat vibrate. B, I, G, I, J, L, M, N, th, U, V, W, Z, Y. So, describe becomes described. Agree simply becomes agreed. Belong becomes belonged. Identify becomes identified. Change becomes changed. Travel becomes travelled. Welcome becomes welcomed. Design becomes designed. Answer becomes answered. Breathe becomes breathed. Continue becomes continued. Improve becomes improved. Follow becomes followed. Amuse becomes amused. Play becomes played. So in summary, if you have a regular verb that ends with a voiced sound, in terms of pronunciation, simply don't pronounce the E. If a regular verb ends with an unvoiced sound, a sound that is made at the front of your mouth, the pronunciation of that verb in the past tense will end with a T. These sounds are generally percussive sounds, the kinds of sounds that you would hear in a drum beat. Help becomes helped. Work becomes worked. Relax becomes relaxed. Wash becomes washed. Watch becomes watched. Froth becomes frothed. And laugh becomes laughed. The id ending for the past tense of regular verbs is only used when a verb ends with d or t. Recommend becomes recommended. Persuade, persuaded. Provide, provided. Decide, decided. Need, needed. And with T, start becomes started. Act, acted. Create, created. Participate, participated. So to summarize, if the final sound of a regular verb ends with T or D, the pronunciation is id. If you would like to practice and learn more about the past simple and past participle forms of regular verbs, then email me to receive a free copy of my regular verbs table, which also comes with a free set of CDs, so you can hear and repeat the correct pronunciation.
All right, so that was the pronunciation for ed in the past. So as you could identify, you don't pronounce the same way all the verbs. Every verb is going to have its own pronunciation. So how are you going to pronounce it? How do you know the pronunciation? Well, first of all, you check that we have three different sounds. What are those sounds?
T, T,
T,
E, D.
Perfect. So you have T, you have D, and you have id. So those are the three sounds that you're going to find for the pronunciation of the ed. So in other words, the ed that you find in the verb when it is in the past, when it is regular, will never be pronounced ed. You will never pronounce it ed. Why not? He was saying that ed is the reduction of saying Edward. So when you want to say Edward, you say ed. So you would never say ed. So you would never say worked. Yes, you cannot say worked. Why not worked? Why not played? Because ed is just the pronunciation for Edward, but it's not the pronunciation for the ed in the past. Why? Because we checked before that we have T, D, and id as the pronunciation of verbs in the past. Now, how are you going to pronounce them? As we said, with T, all the verbs that are ending with some sounds. For example, I will show you on the screen right now. For example, those sounds that you have over there. Someone has a rooster. For example, those sounds that you have over there, like all the verbs that are ending in S, all the verbs that in the present are ending in CH, SH, K, P, F, or X, with those sounds, the ED will be pronounced like T. Yes, with all those sounds in the present, the ED will be pronounced like T. For example, number one, a verb that in the present is ending in S is kes. So you have kes with S in the end. In the past, the ED is going to be pronounced like a T. So you will say kissed, kissed, kissed. You don't have to say kissed. Yes, you say kissed. Now let's see an example with SH. You have wash. Wash in the present is ending in SH. Yes? So in the past, you will pronounce it washed, washed, washed. Now, a verb that is ending in CH. In the present, watch, watch is with CH. Yes, in the end. So the pronunciation will be with T. So you will say watched, 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 watched. Next one, a verb that is ending in K. Work. Work in the present is ending in K. In the past, worked, worked, worked. A verb ending in P. Stop. Stop is in the present. In the past, stopped, stopped, stopped. A verb ending in F, and this is important. This is for sounds, not letters, but sounds. So if I say laugh, laugh is ending in F, but in pronunciation, not in letter. Because this is pronounced laugh, laugh, laugh in the present. So in the past, I would say laughed, laughed, laughed. Yes, because the sound in the present is like F, laugh. So laughed. And the last one, fix. So if you check fix, in the present is with X. In the past, the pronunciation fixed. Yes? So with these sounds, the ED is going to be pronounced like T. Now, with other sounds like L, M, N, B, V, W, Y, Z, with these sounds, the ED will be pronounced like D, like the letter D, only the letter D. Yes? For example, if I say call in the present, the last sound is the L. So I will say cold, cold, cold. If I say learn, the last letter is N. So in the past, the ED will be pronounced only the letter D. So you will say learned, learned, learned. Another example. In the present, this is pronounced exercise, 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 exercise. Why? Because the S is between vowels. And when the S is between vowels, you pronounce it like Z. Yes? Exercise. So in that case, the sound is like Z, like if you have the Z in the present. So exercise in the past will be exercised with D at the end. Exercised. And the last sound is when you have T and D, the pronunciation will be id. When you have T and D, the pronunciation is id. So you will say needed, needed, or needed in the past. You will say want is ending in T, so in the past you would say wanted or wanted. Yes? So these are the three sounds that you have for the ED in the past. It is super important to pronounce them correctly. And the reason is because if you don't pronounce it in the past, people can think that you're saying your ideas in the present. So if you don't pronounce it correctly, the person can get confused. So you really, really need to pronounce them in the correct way. So this is one way, this is only one way for you to check the pronunciation of the ED. You memorize the letters, or in other words, you memorize the sounds that you need in the present to know the pronunciation in the past. Yes? So check the pronunciation in the present and you can identify the pronunciation in the past. So this is one way. Second way, you need to check if the last sound has vibration or no vibration. And this is easy. For example, when you produce these sounds, you don't have vibration. For example, if you say kiss, in the present, you don't have vibration. Kiss, no vibration. Se tienen que tocar al final, ¿verdad? Cuando están produciendo la S. No se tienen que tocar cuando están comenzando, porque si se tocan cuando están comenzando, sí van a encontrar vibración, porque hay una vocal. Se tocan cuando están pronunciando el último sonido y lo dejan largo. Entonces te van a decir que y ahí se tocan, no tienen vibración. Entonces, si no tienen vibración, ustedes lo pronuncian con una T. Entonces ustedes van a decir kissed. ¿Sí? Lo mismo va a pasar con la SH. En el presente, wash. No vibration. So, washed. Washed in the past. Next one. Fix is the present. So you say fix. No vibration. So, fixed. Next one. Work is the present. So you say work. No vibration. So, worked. Stop. No vibration. So, stopped. Now, next one. Next sound is with vibration. So, if you say, for example, cold, vibration. So, cold, you pronounce it with D, cold. Next one. Answer, vibration. So, with D, answered. Next one. You will see it on the screen. Clean. So you say clean, vibration. So cleaned with D. And in the last sound, you know that T and D are going to be pronounced id. So, want, wanted or wanted, and need, needed or needed. Yes? So, you only follow those rules for pronunciation and you know how to pronounce them. Is it clear, guys? Questions?
Teacher, para las últimas wanted y needed, ahí vibración no hay, ¿o cómo es?
No, ahí simplemente se memoriza que cuando usted tiene un verbo que termine con la letra T o termine con la letra D, la pronunciación siempre va a ser id.
Ok.
En ese caso no aplica lo de vibración. Son 3 reglas nada más. La primera, todos esos sonidos que no producen vibración, la ED se va a pronunciar como una T. Entonces vimos al inicio que es. La S no tiene vibración, entonces se pronuncia la ED que está a la par de la S como una T. Entonces dice kissed. O la K no tiene vibración. Entonces cuando usted dice work en el presente, ese work, esa K no tiene vibración. Entonces va a decir esa pronunciación de la ED como una T y ahí va a decir worked. Ahora, cuando tiene un verbo y el verbo en el presente tiene vibración, entonces ahí sí va a pronunciarla como una D. Esa ED la va a pronunciar nada más como una letra D. Entonces, en el caso de call, la última letra es una L y la L produce vibración. Entonces, cuando usted dice call, tiene vibración, entonces se pronuncia nada más la letra D. Y usted dice cold. Usted va a ver la ED, pero no va a pronunciar ED. Usted va a pronunciar nada más la D. Cold. Luego tiene answer, vibración. Entonces, si tiene vibración, se pronuncia nada más la D. Answered. Y el último, ahí sí se lo tienen que memorizar, la T y la D. Después tienen ED, se pronuncia id. Entonces, si el verbo termina con T, en el caso de want, termina con T, y luego tiene la letra ED, que es el pasado, entonces eso se va a pronunciar id. Si tiene need, termina con la letra D, entonces a la par tiene la letra ED, que sería el pasado, eso se va a pronunciar id. Y esas son prácticamente las 3 reglas. Entonces ustedes deciden si se los memorizan como letras, aunque tienen que recordarse que son sonidos, porque en el caso de laugh termina con H, pero la H no va en las letras, sino que es la letra F, pero como sonido, ¿verdad? Entonces igual cuando dice laugh, se escucha el sonido de la F. Entonces, 2 opciones. Se memorizan las letras como sonidos o simple y sencillamente verifican si el último sonido del verbo que ustedes están pronunciando tiene vibración o no vibración. Si tiene vibración, entonces lo pronuncian como una D. Si no tiene vibración, se pronuncia como una T. Y si termina con la letra T en el presente o con la letra D en el presente, se va a pronunciar id. Questions?
No question.
Okay. No one, no one, no one, no one. No.
No, teacher.
All right, so let's see. First person. Hector.
Yes.
How do you pronounce the next word?
Climb. Climbed. Climbed.
Is that with T, with D, or id?
With T.
Is that correct, Osvaldo?
The
correct form is climbed.
Okay, so Osvaldo is pronouncing this verb with D and Hector with T. Which one is correct?
T. Sound T.
Okay, so give me a second. We are going to have a poll right now.
I can correct my answer too, teacher.
Uh-huh.
That's the first.
Because the pronunciation of the verb, it doesn't end with the B, but with an M, like climb.
Okay.
In that way, it must end with D.
With D.
Climbed.
All right, so let's see what the rest of people say.
The
So,
first rule.
so I'm going to send you a poll right now. Just give me a second. All right, so you will see it. You will see the poll on the screen and you have to choose the correct pronunciation for the ED in the past. There are 4 people missing. 3 people.
I'm lost.
You have to choose which pronunciation is correct. T, D, or id for the verb climb. In the past, what is the correct pronunciation for the
D?
So, choose on the screen, you have a poll. En la pantalla tienen una votación. Entonces ahí tiene que elegir. Opción 1 tiene la T, opción 2 tiene la D, opción 3 tiene id. Entonces, ¿cuál de esos es la correcta? La pronunciación correcta. Faltan 2 que voten todavía.
Es que no veo la votación. Yo estoy en el web.
Pero igual siempre le aparece. Vea si tiene algún mensajito por ahí. Hay 2 personas que no han votado todavía.
Tal vez un pop-up bloqueado.
Podría ser también.
Eso sí podría ser.
Bueno, pero la mayoría ya votó. Hay 16 de 18.
Yo diría D.
Ok. ¿Y la otra persona que falta quién es? August. Okay. So let's see the result. So 19 people said T. Or 19% of people said T. That is 3 people. 69%, that is 11 people said D. And 13%, it means 2 people said id. So that means that the pronunciation is not clear. Because if it is clear, we would have 100%. So once again, and this time in Spanish. Vaya. Decíamos que la ed es lo que ustedes escriben al final del verbo, de los verbos que son regulares para expresar que son verbos en el pasado. Pero esa ed que ustedes miran en el verbo no es como ustedes lo van a pronunciar. O sea que nunca van a decir ed. ¿Por qué? Porque ed, decíamos al inicio y vimos el video, donde decían que ed es la reducción para decir Edward. Entonces nunca van a decir ed. No van a poder decir worked, no van a poder decir played, no van a poder decir visited, porque ed no existe. Se escribe, pero no se pronuncia así. ¿Sí? Entonces, ¿cómo lo va a pronunciar? La ed tiene 3 pronunciaciones diferentes. Se puede pronunciar como T, se puede pronunciar como D o se puede pronunciar id. ¿Sí? Esos son los 3 sonidos que tiene ed. La T, la D o id. Pero nunca se va a pronunciar ed. Se escribe ed, pero nunca se pronuncia ed. Se pronuncia con T, con D o con id. Ahora, ¿cómo voy a saber si lo tengo que pronunciar con T, con D o con id? Fácil. Si el verbo termina con una de las letras o uno de los sonidos que yo les mandé al inicio de la clase, que era S, SH, CH, X, K, P, F y no recuerdo cuál otro. Entonces, cuando ustedes tienen estos sonidos, en el verbo que está en el presente y después usted le pone la ed, esa ed va a ser pronunciada como una T. De otra manera, si yo digo, por ejemplo, teníamos wash, en el caso de wash, el verbo termina con SH. Entonces, yo le pongo la ed, pero la voy a pronunciar no washed, porque ed no existe. Entonces, vamos a pronunciarlo con una T. Eso sería pronunciado washed, washed, washed. ¿Sí? Entonces, usted va a pronunciar washed. Lo mismo va a pasar con work. Work termina con una K, un sonido de K. Entonces la ed se va a pronunciar como una T. Worked. ¿Sí? Ahora, el segundo sonido, decíamos que eran todos los sonidos que tienen vibración. Entonces ahí entra la L, la M, la N, la B, la V, la Y, la W, la Z y todos los sonidos, si tiene alguna vocal, igual entra ahí, ¿verdad? Y todos los sonidos que tengan vibración van a entrar en esta regla. Entonces, L, M, N, B, V, Y, W, Z se va a pronunciar como una letra D nada más. Entonces, si yo digo, decíamos answer, answer termina con la letra R. Entonces la ed nada más se va a pronunciar como una D. Entonces usted esa palabra en el pasado no va a decir answered, no va a decir answered, no va a decir answered. Usted va a decir answered. Solo va a pronunciar la letra D. ¿Sí? Answered. Ahora, el último sonido es id. ¿Cuándo va a pronunciar id? Cuando el verbo en el presente termine con T o termine con D. Entonces ahí usted va a pronunciar la ed como id. Y teníamos el ejemplo. Decíamos que want termina con T en el presente. Entonces, si yo quiero pronunciar el pasado, yo lo voy a pronunciar con id. Y yo voy a decir wanted or wanted. En el otro caso, con D teníamos need. Need termina con D en el presente. Entonces, para escribirlo en el pasado, yo le pongo la letra E y la D porque el verbo es regular, pero la pronunciación va a ser needed. Entonces yo voy a decir needed. ¿Sí? Vale, eso sería la manera de cómo ver las letras al final de la palabra en el presente, del verbo en el presente. Pero la otra manera es que usted se memorice que si el verbo en el presente termina con un sonido que no tiene vibración, por ejemplo, cuando usted dice wash, allí en ese último sonido, no al inicio, sino que en el último sonido, usted no tiene vibración. Entonces pronúncielo como una T, washed. Si usted dice fix, no tiene vibración. Entonces, fixed. Si usted dice, por ejemplo, laugh, que es reír, laugh, no tiene vibración. Entonces, laughed. Ahora, ¿qué pasa si el verbo tiene vibración? Si el verbo tiene vibración, entonces usted lo va a pronunciar con una letra D. Entonces usted va a decir cold vibration. So, cold. Answer vibration. Answered. Y el último es solamente dos letras. Si termina con T o termina con D, se pronuncia id. Entonces eso es súper fácil. Ahora veamos el ejemplo que le había puesto yo en la votación. Ese verbo en el presente es climb. ¿Sí? Es climb. Si vemos en escritura termina con B. Entonces la B es un sonido que produce vibración. Si lo vemos de manera de pronunciación, ese verbo se pronuncia hasta la letra M, se pronuncia climb. Entonces si lo vemos en ese sentido, también tiene vibración y la letra M está en la lista de letras con la que van a ponerle la ED y se va a pronunciar como D. Entonces la pronunciación correcta sería climbed, climbed, climbed. Esa era la pronunciación correcta. O sea que ustedes lo tenían que pronunciar con la letra D, climbed. ¿Sí? Y no tienen que dudar en decir si es T, si es D o si es ID. No tienen que dudar porque tienen dos opciones. Vean los sonidos o verifiquen si tiene vibración, no vibración. Y así van a solucionar todos los problemas que tengan en pronunciación. Hoy vamos con la segunda. This is for Carlos. How do you pronounce it, Carlos?
With T, fast.
Exactly. So you pronounce it with T. It is faxed. Faxed. Good. Let's see Natalie. How do you pronounce it?
Invented.
What is the last sound?
T.
Good. So, it, invented. Good. Michelle.
Is with the name.
Good, with the named. Next one, Letty.
With D. Reported.
Which sound you said?
Reported. Reported. With D.
Okay, you have T, D, or id.
I don't know. Reported. Reported. With D.
Is that correct, Jordi?
No, it's reported.
Good.
ET.
Oh, because in the present. Okay. Okay.
T or D is ED.
It's id.
Id.
Good.
Okay. Yeah.
Good. Now let's see next one. Luz.
Excuse me, teacher, but in the past verb report in present, how we pronounce it? Report or report?
In the present is report.
Report. With
Yes.
T at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the present.
Yes,
Report.
for present. Okay.
Good. So, Luz, what is the pronunciation?
Typed.
Good.
Sí.
Good. Typed. Next one, Hazael.
Open. D.
Good. Good, Hazael. It's opened.
Open.
With D.
D.
Good. Next one, Carla.
Learned.
Good. Learned with D.
With D.
Good. Next one, Walter.
Watered with D.
Yes, the pronunciation is with D. So you say watered. And
Watered.
watered means you water the plants. Water the plants.
Regar. Okay.
Exactly, water. So water is liquid and water is a verb. So you water the plants. Good. Next one. Osvaldo.
Booked with T.
Good. So the pronunciation is with T, booked. Yes. So book is an object and book is a verb. Book as a verb is make a reservation. Yes, you make a reservation. Next one. Michelle.
Applied
Good.
with D.
With?
D.
Yes. Applied. Next one. Brian.
Church with D.
Uh-huh. Interesting. How do you pronounce it?
No, with T because the pronunciation of G is like CH.
Good, 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 good. So it is charged. Why? Because when you pronounce it, charge, it's similar to CH. So charged, no vibration, charged, charged. Good. Next one, Isaac.
Delivered.
Good.
With D.
Good. Delivered, delivered, delivered. Good. Next one, Elizabeth.
Slept with T.
Perfect. Slept. And slept is like when you are walking and then you fall down, you slept. Next one. Candy. Candy.
Sleep is with ET.
Sorry?
Slept. Slept is with ET at the end.
No, but that is slept. Like when you go to bed. But this is not when you go to bed. This is when you are walking and you have water on the floor, you can sleep. So it's different. Good. Candy.
Infected.
Infected. Good. Infected. Good. Next one. Let's see, Carla.
Remembered.
Good. Remembered. 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 Good.
Remembered.
With D. Next one. René.
What is the word? Present.
No, in the past.
Presented.
Presented. Presented. Presented. Good. Now let's see. So now you know how to pronounce the ED correctly, and these are the rules. So what you need to do is to keep practicing, 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 and practicing. And probably you will say, oh, it's not important. Yes, it is important. For example, let's see, Hazael. How do you read or how do you pronounce this sentence? This is a sentence, not a verb, but a sentence.
I like this.
Repeat it.
I like this.
Okay, let's see, Jordi, how do you pronounce it?
I like it.
Let's see, Michelle, how do you pronounce it?
I like it.
Letty, how do you pronounce it?
I like it.
Okay. Jaime, how do you pronounce it?
I like it.
Luis, how do you pronounce it?
I like it. I like it.
Elizabeth, how do you pronounce it?
I like it.
Candy, how do you pronounce it?
I liked it.
Isaac, how do you pronounce it?
I liked it.
Luz, how do you pronounce it?
I liked it.
Okay. Osvaldo, how do you pronounce it?
I liked it.
Okay. Natalie, how do you pronounce it?
I like it.
Okay. Brian, how do you pronounce it?
I liked it.
Carlos, how do you pronounce it?
I liked it.
Rene, how do you pronounce it?
I liked it.
And Carla? Well, she isn't there. Hector?
I liked it.
Okay. And the correct pronunciation is I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. Why?
Join the D and it.
Yes, because light is ending in T. Then you have a vowel. So link the sound. When you say it with fluency, you will say I. Well, if you say it slowly, I liked it. But when you speak, you don't say I liked it. You only say I liked it. I liked it.
Can you write like the sound in the chat? Because I'm not clear the sound. Please, thank you.
Omit the T of.
Like something like that. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. Yes. So you only say I liked it, and that is a past. Because if you say I like it, it's the present. So you need to pay attention to the difference in pronunciation when it is in the present and when it is in the past. So let's see the difference over here. I like it, present. I liked it, past. I like it, present. I liked it, past. Yes? Now, let's say that you have to watch a movie. A lo mejor ustedes pueden decir, no importa la pronunciación, pero sí importa, porque si ustedes dicen I like it, significa que les gusta todos los días. Algo que les dieron o que les mostraron, les gusta todos los días. Pero si ustedes dicen I liked it, significa que les gustó o se lo mostraron o lo tuvieron ustedes un día o en alguna ocasión. Entonces ahí dijeron I liked it, me gustó. Si ustedes dicen I like it, que le gusta todos los días, es algo muy diferente. Lo mismo con el de ahorita. Uno es en el presente y el presente se usa para rutina, lo que usted hace todos los días o muy seguido. Y el pasado es para algo que sucedió una vez en el pasado o que inició y terminó. Veamos, Isaac, how do you pronounce the two sentences?
I watched it.
In the present and then the sentence in the past.
I watched it. And in the past, I watched it.
Let's hear Jordi. How do you pronounce them?
Present, I watched it. Past, I watched it.
Hazael, how do you pronounce it?
I watch it in present, in the past, I watched it.
It was like the same pronunciation. Elizabeth, how do you pronounce it?
I watch it.
Okay, present and past.
I watch it and I watched it.
Okay. Now, Hector, how do you pronounce it?
I watched it and I watched it. I watched it.
Perfect. Perfect. So the first one, I watch it. I watch it. And the second one, I watched it. I watched it. I watched it. Why? Because watched has the T at the end. So,
Teacher, the second one, when you tell us in the past, the pronunciation is a little bit more quickly, or not. I watch it or I watch it. No, it is.
The difference is the T.
No, I know, but for example, if you tell me I watch it slowly, I understand it's in present. But when you join the last T of watch it and it is like just one T.
No, because I say I watched it. Tit.
Okay.
It is like watch, tit. Watched it.
Watch it and watched it.
Watch it, present. Watch it. Watch it. Past, watch tit. Porque la T de watched en el pasado se une con la vocal que viene a la par. Entonces ahí ya va a pronunciarlo como tit. I watched it, present. I watched it, past. Yes? Exactly. It sounds like tit at the end. I watched it. Yes? Entonces, a lo mejor ustedes podrían decir que no es necesario, pero sí es necesario porque va a ser la diferencia entre el presente y el pasado. Si ustedes dicen el presente, lo pronuncian como el presente o no lo pronuncian bien, van a estar diciendo que lo hacen todos los días. Entonces, es necesario pronunciarlo de la manera correcta. Ahora, ¿qué pasa con alguno de ustedes? ¿Alguno de ustedes todavía tiene problema para diferenciar dos sonidos? ¿Qué serían estos? Porque no es lo mismo que usted diga wash a que usted diga watch. Entonces no me puede decir I watch TV, porque si me dice I watch TV, yo me lo imagino lavando el televisor. Entonces tiene que pronunciarlo correcto, ¿verdad? Entonces ahora lo van a hacer. Wash es, como les dije la vez pasada, ustedes se tienen que acordar de dos palabras. En español, bueno, en salvadoreño, decimos chuco y tenemos chuco. Entonces, chuco es la bebida, ¿verdad? Que es típica, no sé si solo de aquí o de Centroamérica, pero es chuco. Entonces es náhuatl. Entonces ese sonido ya viene desde hace mucho tiempo y se pronuncia chuco. Entonces usted lo hace suave. Chuco. Y el otro es una CH, se pronuncia fuerte. Chuco, chuco. Entonces hace diferencia. Lo mismo va a pasar con los dos verbos que le mandé al inicio. El primero es como chuco y el segundo es como chuco. Entonces usted va a decir wash, wash, wash. Y el segundo es watch, watch. Entonces, si se fijan, el segundo tiene una T, pero esa T no se va a pronunciar completamente. Esa T usted se detiene antes de la explosión de la T, porque la T se pronuncia T. Entonces, antes que usted haga ese sonido de T, usted se detiene y después dice ch. Por ejemplo, watch, 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 watch. Y ahí ya le sale el sonido. Entonces, wash, watch, wash, watch. So let's see, Luis, can you pronounce them?
Wash, watch.
Okay, Carla?
Wash, watch,
Repeat it.
wash,
Yeah.
wash,
Okay.
wash it.
Probably, no. Los dos están en el presente.
Watch,
Ajá. No, presente, presente, presente.
watch,
Ah, no, es que me está diciendo watched y watched
watch,
es el pasado.
watch,
Ajá. Vaya, ahora la diferencia entre watch y watch.
watch,
Pronuncien las dos palabras.
watch, and watched.
Carla, en esa pronunciación me está diciendo el verbo watch en el presente y el verbo watch en el pasado. Pero yo quiero que me haga la diferencia entre el verbos en el presente. El verbo lavar en el presente y el verbo ver. Entonces, era lo que les puse en pantalla. Estos dos verbos, los dos están en el presente. Solo quiero que hagan la diferencia en los sonidos.
Okay, wash
Ujú.
and watch.
Perfect.
Watch.
Perfect, perfect. Next one, Osvaldo.
Wash y watch.
En el presente.
Wash y
Ujú.
watch.
Ok. Next one, Jaime.
Wash, watch.
Repeat it.
Wash, watch.
Okay, Michelle.
Wash, watch.
Okay. Now the past. Let's see, Letty.
Okay. Wash is washed con T.
Yeah.
Washed
Okay.
con T.
And the other one?
And what? And the other one is what is watched con T.
Okay, now pronounce the two verbs in the past.
Washed, and what?
Good. Candy?
The first washed and the second washed.
Can you pronounce the first one again?
Washed. No, washed. With D, both.
No, it's not with D.
The first is with T.
Both are with T.
Okay. Washed, 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 and washed, and watched.
Once again?
Washed.
Yes.
And the last, washed.
You pronounce it the same.
No.
Yes.
Washed. No,
Mm.
washed and washed. Es que
Yo-
hago la pausa que dijo, washed.
No, es que yo no les dije pausa. Él lo dice rápido, pero yo para darles un ejemplo era what, y ahí detiene la T, what, y después
What?
rápido, watch.
What?
Vaya, sería washed, watched, washed, watched. Candy?
Washed, washed and washed.
Ajá, lo que pasa es que usted se está confundiendo con la D en el pasado. Entonces, los dos sonidos de la CH y la SH no tienen vibración, entonces significa que los dos verbos se van a pronunciar igual al final. ¿Sí? Los dos se van a pronunciar con T, ¿verdad? No con D, sino que los dos se pronuncian con T.
Ajá.
Vaya, ahora veamos la última vez.
Washed and washed.
Ajá. Pero es que me está pronunciando lo mismo.
Yo siento que no.
Vaya, el primero es sh y el segundo es ch.
Ajá. Washed
Ujú.
and watched.
Vaya, ahí ya le cambió algo el sonido. Washed, watched, washed, watched, washed, watched.
Washed and washed.
Le escucho lo mismo. Vaya,
No sé si le como.
trate de hacer esto. Solo diga cht, cht. Vaya, ese es el sonido del deber. Cht.
Ajá.
Ese es el sonido. Cht. Ahora, el de lavar es suave. Cht, 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 cht. Y el deber es fuerte. Cht, 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 cht. Entonces, cuando usted dice lavar, usted va a decir suave, washed, washed, washed. Y el deber, watched, 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 watched.
Washed and washed. Washed
Ujú.
and washed.
Hmm. No sé si soy yo, pero yo le escucho lo mismo.
Ay, yo sí siento que lo digo diferente.
Solamente trate de hacerlo más fuerte la CH, es como ch, como chucho.
Vale. Washed, el
Ujú,
primero.
ujú.
And washed, el segundo.
Watched.
Cht. Ajá, es como cht, el segundo. El
Ujú,
primero es washed
ujú.
y el otro es washed.
Ok, por lo menos ya le cambió algo, pero sí. Cht.
Es que yo creo que Candy debería de pronunciar más la T porque yo creo que sí la pronuncia, pero creo que no es tan prolongado el sonido de la T y por eso es que se confunde con ajá,
Watched.
watch, ajá.
Trate, Candy.
Watched. ¿Ah?
Trate.
The second.
Yes.
Watched.
Vaya, ahí ya cambió. Watched.
Ok.
Watched. Good.
Quizás sí eso era.
Okay, good. Next one, Carlos.
Washed and watched.
The second one?
Watched.
Good. Michelle.
Watched and watched.
El primero me lo dijo en el presente.
Watched.
Okay. And the second one?
Watched.
Repeat it.
Otra vez.
Okay.
Watched and watched.
It's similar to candy.
No me cuesta ver. Watched and watched.
That was better. Washed, watched,
Watch, watched.
Solamente que el primero me lo dijo en el presente.
Watched, watched,
Watched,
watched,
watched.
watched.
Póngale la T allí después de wa. Watched.
Watched.
Ya iba cambiando el sonido. Watched. Okay. Next one, Walter.
Watched. Watched.
Repeat it.
Watched. Watched.
Good. Next one, Osvaldo.
Watched, watched.
Good. Good. So as you can see, this is just the difference between pronunciation. It is super important to pronounce them because if you don't pronounce them correctly, you might, I don't know, you might make people get lost because probably they can think that you're saying in the present and you want to express the past. Yes, so it's not the same, it is different. Now, just the last thing before you practice it. I was telling you there are some rules, especially when you pronounce American English, when you have the letter T between two vowels, you will pronounce it like R. Yes, but not in all the words. But in 95% of the words, you have to pronounce it, or 95, 99% of the words in American English, it is pronounced like R. La T en medio de dos vocales, en las palabras que usted va a encontrar en inglés, en el 95 a 99% de las palabras, esa T se va a pronunciar como una R, no como una R, porque no es fuerte, sino que como una R. Entonces, tenemos varias palabras que se van a pronunciar así, incluso cuando estén las palabras en una frase. Por ejemplo, cuando usted hace esta pregunta, usted dice, what is your name? What is? What is? ¿Por qué dice what is y no dice what is? Porque si está teniendo la pronunciación americana, la T, si se fijan ahí, está en medio de dos vocales. Está en medio de la A y de la siguiente vocal de la siguiente palabra que sería la letra I. Entonces ahí lo va a pronunciar como una R y usted va a decir, what is your name? ¿Sí? Pero hay algunas palabras en las que, o por ejemplo cuando dice esto, si es inglés americano, usted va a decir water, water, water. Pero si se fijan, la T está en medio de dos vocales, entonces la pronuncia como una R. Pero en este caso, usted tiene la T también en medio de vocales, pero eso no quiere decir que usted va a decir hotel. No, ¿verdad? Esta palabra se pronuncia hotel. Hotel, hotel. Lo mismo si quiere decir motel. Motel, motel, hotel, hotel. Tienen la misma pronunciación, ¿sí? Entonces, en este caso, no aplica esa regla. ¿Y cómo va a saber cuándo aplica y no aplica? Como ya les dije, el 95%, el 99% de las palabras sí aplica. Entonces van a haber ciertas palabras nada más que a medida vayan escuchándolas, ustedes van a ir repitiendo y van a saber que esa no aplica con la regla. Entonces, eso es uno. Entonces, cuando ustedes tienen, por ejemplo, si la letra D en medio de dos vocales también se puede pronunciar como una R, pero cuando usted lo dice con fluidez. Si usted lo va diciendo muy despacio, ahí no aplica esta regla. Eso es cuando usted lo dice rápido. Por ejemplo, supongamos que ustedes tienen tienen este verbo. Si ustedes se fijan, la segunda letra D está en medio de dos vocales, está en medio de la I y en medio de la E. Entonces ahí ustedes van a pronunciar divided, divided, divided. Es como una R, divided, divided, divided. ¿Sí? Entonces, cuando la letra T está en medio de vocales, se pronuncia como una R. También la letra D, cuando está en medio de vocales, se pronuncia como una R. Pero esto es en inglés americano y cuando usted lo dice con fluidez, ¿verdad? Entonces, en esos casos, usted va a escuchar que se pronuncia divided. Entonces, en el caso de need, ustedes algunas veces no van a escuchar que las personas van a decir la D pura, no van a decir needed, I needed some money, I needed some money. No van a escuchar la mayoría de veces que van a decir needed, la mayoría de veces van a decir needed, I needed some money, I needed some money, I needed some money. Entonces cuando lo dicen con fluidez, se pronuncia como una R, ¿sí? Y lo último, cuando ustedes tienen una letra N y una letra T juntas, la mayoría de veces la letra T no se pronuncia. Por ejemplo, cuando ustedes dicen 20, 20 en inglés americano, la T después de la N no se pronuncia en el 90 y algo por ciento de las palabras. Obviamente siempre hay excepciones, pero por ejemplo en este caso, 20. Entonces, ¿qué pasa si usted dice 20? No hay ningún problema, no hay ningún problema, pero es bastante común que las personas digan 20 porque ellos reducen ese sonido, 20, ¿sí? Lo mismo va a pasar con internet. Usted puede decir internet, no hay ningún problema, o usted va a escuchar que las personas dicen internet.
Internet.
Entonces, eso hace diferencia en que usted comprenda a veces o no comprenda. Luego viene interview. Interview, usted puede decir interview sin ningún problema, o si no, usted va a decir interview. Interview, interview.
Teacher, but interview is, I mean, it depends the context. Because the interview, like 2 words, are another significant, right?
What do you mean?
When you say interview, let me write.
Okay.
Interview.
By the way, the last word that I had is center. Center or center. Yes. In the case the you're typing that is inner view, it sounds similar. It sounds similar, but the context is different. The context is different. So
okay.
That is going to be in many words. There are many words that they have the same pronunciation, but the meaning is different. For example, these two words, here and here, and the pronunciation is the same. One, aquí. The other one, escuchar or oír. Or mail and mail. Mail, correo, y el otro, masculino. So they have the same pronunciation. How do you know the difference? In the context. Yes, in the context. Now, those are like the sounds that you're going to find. That's why when you're saying this verb, you say wanted, no problem, but it is commonly said wanted. Yes, wanted, wanted, wanted. Why? Because the T is not pronounced, wanted. So another word is this one that is super common, and you pronounce it maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. You don't say maintenance, 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 maintenance. Yes, and there are many words. So this is just for you to have an idea on how to pronounce those words. Now let's see. You're going to work in pairs. You're going to work in pairs. You're going to ask your classmate questions. And if you remember yesterday, we were having yes, no questions, but they were with short answers, short answers. So today we are going to give short answers and extra information. For example, Osvaldo.
Yes, teacher.
Did you work yesterday?
Yes, I did. I worked very hard.
Good. So he said, yes, I did. Short answer, extra information or new information. So now he's saying, I worked hard or I worked very hard. So in that case, he's using words with the correct pronunciation in the past. Good. So the first one, short answer. The rest is extra information. So in that extra information, obviously you have to use verbs in the past. So this is what you're going to do right now. You're going to practice with your partner these kind of questions and the answers. Short answers with extra information. Remember that that extra information is new information. It's not repeating the same information that is in the question. It's giving new information. In the case of Osvaldo, the new information is I worked very hard. So very hard is the new information. So you're going to work in pairs and you're going to enter right now. So
I have a question.
yes.
Is it possible you say in the language normal, yes, I work very hard? Or you need to say, yes, I did first.
The problem is not that if you say only yes or if you say yes, I did. The problem is that you pronounce the present.
Okay. But the problem, you could say, yes, I worked very hard.
Yes, you can say it.
Okay.
I was saying yesterday that you have two types of short answers. One is yes, I did, and the other one is only saying yes. Like,
okay.
Did you work yesterday? Yes. Did you work yesterday? No. And that is super short. Super short. So, short answer, yes, I did. No, I didn't. So you can say yes, or you can say yes, I did. You can say no, or you can say no, I didn't. But you always give extra information if you are giving two short answers. Yes? So you can say it. And remember to pronounce the verb in the past. Because if you pronounce it in the present, you're saying that it's every day. So that's a difference. Now let's enter to the group. Just one of you is going to work with me because I don't know who left. There was a person who left. So one of you is going to work with me. So you're going to enter to the groups right now. Enter, guys. Oh, Elizabeth is going to work with me. Letty, enter.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Elizabeth. How's it going?
I'm sorry.
How's it going?
I don't understand. What is the meaning of this word?
How's it going? No. How's it going is how are you?
Okay. I'm fine. And you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. So Elizabeth, I'm going to ask you, then you ask me, and so on.
Okay.
Elizabeth, did you play video games yesterday?
No, I didn't play video games yesterday. I was very busy.
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 All right. Good. Now ask me.
And do you go to the supermarket yesterday?
No,
Did you?
I didn't. I had to work.
Okay.
Good. Elizabeth, did you cook yesterday?
Yes, I cooked my dinner. I cooked beans with eggs.
Beans and eggs. Good.
Yes.
Good. Now ask me.
And did you have meeting with your boss yesterday?
No, I didn't. We had a meeting last week.
Okay.
Did you receive any calls yesterday?
Yes, I had some calls. I talked with my mother in the afternoon yesterday.
Good. Now ask me.
Did you clean your house yesterday?
No, I didn't because I was really busy, but I did it on the weekend. I did it last weekend on
Okay.
Sunday. So
Okay.
I can say that it's still clean. But when
Okay.
you say,
Did you clean your house every weekend?
I do it every weekend. I do it every weekend. But when I say clean, clean is everything. Everything that you can imagine in the house. So I do it every weekend. My problem is that I am allergic to the dust. I'm allergic to dust. Do you know what dust is?
Really?
Do you know what
Polvo.
dust is? Yes. So sometimes I forget to wear a face mask. Like this weekend, I forgot. So then I was sneezing, I got allergy. Right now I feel like with sore throat. So
Okay.
it's bad. But I do it. I do it every weekend. And I did it last weekend. Good. Now, Elizabeth, did you do any homework yesterday?
Yesterday only I studied because I have to do a certification for my job. So I have to study for that.
How long is that?
Is on October 3rd, 30. Or how long I studied.
Yes, how long do you have to study that?
¿De qué hasta cuándo voy a hacer eso? I studied, I think, an hour at the night.
Every night?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, ask me.
And do you study yesterday?
If I studied yesterday?
Yes, I don't know it.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But I'm studying a master, and I studied last Friday.
Okay.
because my classes for the master are on Thursday and Friday.
And about that is the master.
What is the master about?
Yes.
It's about teaching, university teaching. So that is the master. Good. Now, last question, Elizabeth. Last question that I'm going to ask you, and then you ask me.
Okay.
Did you receive any presents on your last birthday?
Yes, I received some gift. My mother gave me some clothes. Some clothes. Yes, for my birthday. Yes. And did you go to the beach last weekend?
No, I didn't. I think that it's kind of dangerous to go, so I just stayed home. I received some family members in my house, but just that.
You're closer.
Yeah, my closer. It's just my mom and my sister and, well, a cousin, but just that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that I will go to the beach probably next year. I won't go this year, probably next one. I like to go to the beach, but only just to go and see probably the, I don't know, the sunset, but just that. I don't like to swim in the ocean. I prefer a pool, but I like to swim. But I like to see it.
I prefer the beach. Better.
Okay. I don't like it because sometimes when you are getting out of the sea, you can see that, well, in my case, my eyes are red. I guess it's because of the salt. And sometimes your skin is super dry, but super dry. I don't know if that happens to me only, but it happens to me. Then my hair, all my hair is dry, but I don't know if that happens to me or to everyone. But yeah, it happens. And in the pool, yeah, I think that you're okay. Probably it has some liquid that they use to keep the water clean, but it doesn't affect you too much.
Okay.
So just that. Good. Okay, now we are going to go to main session.
Okay.
So the other ones are going to come right now. Because I need to tell you what the homework is about. All right, guys. So I hope you practiced a lot. I was practicing with Elizabeth because she was the only one. Then Jaime had something to do. But that was the main purpose, for you to practice, to see how to ask questions and how to answer. So two little things. Number one, I forgot to send you the application, but I will do it right now. I will do it right now. And start practicing those irregular verbs, because tomorrow we are going to see how to use those irregular verbs. So that is the first thing that I need to tell you. The second one is about the foro evaluado that you have in Schoology. So foro evaluado, you have to complete it today. And how are you going to complete it? I'm going to show you on the screen so that you can understand what you're gonna do. So if you go to foro evaluado, it says, answer the 3 questions below. question number 1. What do you do for your last birthday? What did you do for your last birthday? ¿Qué hiciste en tu cumpleaños pasado?
What did you do?
Exactly. What do you do? Number 2.
Tell me about
Tell me about.
Tuyo que tuviste la semana pasada. ¿Qué pensamiento que tú tuviste? No sé.
Okay. Tell me about 3 things that you did last week. So, someone has the microphone on.
No, mi amor, eso no lo hago.
Betty. Okay, the microphones. No.
I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem. Now, answer 3 questions that you have over there. The first one, what do you do for your last birthday? The second one is, tell me about 3 things that you did last week. And the last one is, tell me about 3 things that you didn't do last week. So, for example, in my case, number 1, what do you do for your last birthday? I went to a restaurant to eat with some friends. I went to a restaurant to eat with some friends. Number 2, tell me about 3 things that you did last week. Last week, I cleaned my house, I worked a lot, and I watched some movies. Number 3, 3 things that you didn't do last week. Okay. Last week, I didn't go to the beach. I didn't listen to music. And I didn't visit my friends. So, the same thing you're going to do. You're going to write number 1 and the activity that you did on your last birthday. You write the number 2 and you write the 3 things. Number 3 and you write the 3 things that you didn't do. Entonces, lo que van a hacer es poner en la respuesta número 1 y allí ponen las cosas que hicieron en su cumpleaños anterior. Ponen el número 2 y allí van a poner las 3 cosas que hicieron la semana pasada. Ponen el número 3 y allí van a escribir las 3 cosas que no hicieron la semana pasada. ¿Sí? Entonces lo van a poner número 1 y sus respuestas. Número 2 y las 3 cosas que hicieron. Número 3 y las 3 cosas que no hicieron. Entonces eso sería para ahora. Yes? Now, attendance. Number 1, Isaac Aguillón.
Present.
Good. Hazael Alfaro.
Present.
Good. Rodrigo Alfaro. Rodrigo. Okay. Carlos Asensio.
Present.
Osvaldo Cáceres.
Present.
Elizabeth Castro.
Present.
Jordi Castro.
Present.
Good. Nathalie Dubon.
Present.
Good. René Gutiérrez.
Present.
Luz Enriquez, sorry.
Luz was in the class, but she have to leave.
She had to
because,
leave. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Letty. So Luz was in class. Then Luis Liotti.
Present.
Good. Jose Marcos is not here. Leticia Orellana.
Present.
Good. Jocelyn Ramos. She didn't connect to class today. It's weird. Raúl Antonio Reynosa. He wasn't in class either. Jaime Rivas.
Present.
Good. Carla Rodriguez.
Present.
Good. Héctor Ruiz. Héctor Ruiz.
Present.
Good. Walter Sanchez.
Present, teacher.
Good. Michelle Valiente.
Present, teacher.
Good. Candy Villacorta.
Present.
Good. And Brian Villalta.
Present.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
I suppose that you evaluate our homework or exams.
Yes.
When we know
the scores,
the evaluation, the score.
You can see it on the system. You can see it on the system. And when I check the homework, for some of you, if you had mistakes, for example, in the foro evaluado, if you had mistakes, or in the, what is the other one? In the entrega de ejercicios. So I type over there the mistakes and I tell you, check this, 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 and this, and this. I don't know if you have checked it. Para los que tuvieron, por ejemplo, algún error en el foro evaluado, que creo que hubieron como 2 personas que no ocuparon infinitivos, solamente les puse, recuerde seguir las instrucciones, era utilizando infinitivos. Entonces a ustedes les cae ahí la nota con el comentario, ¿verdad? Lo pueden ver. También lo que yo hago es capturarlo y ponerlo en un folder. Ahí les va a aparecer un folder que dice notas, entonces ahí lo van a poder ver. Solamente que hay unas personas que todavía no han completado los ejercicios. Entonces, si yo pongo las notas ya de una sola vez ahí, ya no podría modificarlo. Entonces, sí necesito que los que aún no han completado los ejercicios los completen, donde dice entrega de ejercicios. El foro evaluado de la semana 1 también ya lo tendrían que tener terminado. Entrega de ejercicios de la semana 1 también. Esas son las únicas 2 cosas que tenían que presentar la primera semana. Para ahora es el foro evaluado en la semana número 2. Entonces entran a la semana número 2 y completan el foro evaluado. Y a partir de ahora en la tarde van a encontrar ahí donde dice notas. Ya la nota, si la persona de la semana 1 no lo presentó, pues no le va a aparecer nota, ¿verdad? Entonces eso sería. Y si no, se meten al sistema, ahí mismo les aparecen sus notas. Okay. So thank you for being there, guys. I see you all tomorrow. Have a good day.
Okay,
Have a
thank you.
good day
Thank you,
tomorrow.
teacher.
Have a good
Bye.
day.
Bye.